Hello, welcome in. Can I have your name and date of birth? Perfect. Alright, date of birth. Alright. Have you been here before with us? Okay, perfect. We'll start a record on you. And really quick, do you have any allergens? Anything that we need to be aware of? Okay, perfect. And are you currently wearing any contacts or do you need prescription glasses? Okay, have you been checked by another doctor? Okay, perfect. Okie dokie, well, let's get started real quick. I'm going to have you go through a plethora of tests. So we're going to go through a depth test, what you can see in your peripheral. I'm going to do some covering your eyes. We're going to have some eye charts, including colors, numbers, and shapes. And that should be it. Okay, perfect. Let's go get started. I'm going to set this down. So first of all, I'm just going to take a look at your eyes real quick. Let's get a quick... Take this light here, just shine it in there. See your dilation real quick. Okay, perfect. Okay, looks good. Looks good. Can you tell me which dot is the smallest real quick? Okay, perfect. Good job. Okie dokie. So, what we're going to start with is just that little depth test, okay? So, before we do anything, I'm going to hold out my fingers, and you're going to tell me which one's closer to you and which one's further from you, okay? You ready? Okay. Point A or point B? Perfect. Point A or point B? Good job. Point A or point B? Tricky. Perfect. Good job. Point A, point B. Good job. Okay, we're going to do point A, point B. Good job, good job. Perfect. So, I'm going to do the same, but with my hands, okay? So, which one? Point A, point B. Good. Point A, point B. Perfect. Point A, point B. Good job, good job. Okay, perfect. That was just to see if you can see smaller or larger ones, okay? Okie dokie. Next, we're going to go into your peripheral. So, here and here are our points, okay? And I'm going to have you tell me how many numbers I'm holding up in each space. I'm not going to do them at the same time. We'll get to that. But so over here. Perfect. Over here. Perfect. What about up here? Okay, good job. Okay, what about down here? Okay, and just stare right there at my nose, okay? Sorry. Should have made that more, like, I should have directed you better, okay? You're just going to stay right here, and you're just going to look with your peripheral, okay? So again, let's go over here. Let's look right here. Perfect. Over here. Good job, good job. Keep staring at my nose there. We're going to go back over here. Good job. And then we're going to go over here again, okay? Good, good, good. And then we're going to do one last one. We're going to do up in this corner, okay? Stare at my nose. Good job, good job. Okay. Next, got a bunch of charts here for you, okay? So, we are going to start out with some shapes. And these did have labels on them, so you couldn't read them. I blocked them out, okay? So, we're going to go ahead and start with this one. Very simple, very easy. Perfect. And then what about this one? And then this one. Good, good, good. about this one? Perfect. This one? Good. We're going to go through all of them, okay? Perfect. Good job. What about this one? No. Try one more time. Yes. Good job. And then this one. Perfect. Yes. This one, sometimes I fear most people have mistaken that one before, but it's okay. Yes, an octagon has 8 sides. This one only has 5. Okay? Alrighty. Next, let's go ahead. Since you're going to identify shapes, let me go ahead. I'm going to do some numbers and colors next, okay? Nothing's really in order, but I'm going to point at a couple of them. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'm just going to point to some, and you're going to tell me what you see, okay? Tell me what the number is and what the color is. Okay, perfect. Starting with this. Good. And this one. Good. This one. Good. Good. We're going to go there. Perfect. What about that one? Okay. What about this one? And this one? Are these two colors different for you at all? Good. What about that one? Are these two similar colors at all? Okay. Okay, what number is this one? This one right here. Good. I'm going to go to this one. Good job. Okay. Alright. You're doing super well so far. Okay. So, with that color and the numbers, I'm going to give you this one. I think you were struggling just a little bit with your shades of blues and greens, so I'm going to show this one to you, and we're going to go through these, okay? What is it? A, B, C, D, E, F. And we're going to start with this one. So I'm going to have you tell me what number's in there. Good. And can you identify the two colors? Perfect. Good job. Then what about this one? Okay. Yes. What is the number's color? Do you see that? It's a little difficult for you. Okay, let me write this down real quick. Greens. Okay, let's get back to it, okay? What about this one? Perfect. Okay, can you identify the two colors? I know there's like a variety in there, but in general, what are the grand scheme colors? Perfect. Okay, this one's going to be very similar to B. What are you seeing here? Okay, good. And then what's that color in the middle? Perfect, good. This one's a little more green. I think you're having a little bit of trouble seeing the green shades, but that's okay. Okay, what about this one? Yes, this one's a green and red. Perfect. Okay, and the number? Good job, okay. I think that's the lighter shades for you. And then what about this one? Okay, gotcha. Okay, and then what's that color? The circle? Okay, gotcha. Good job. I'm gonna write some notes down real quick. Okay. We're going to go into that standard test you usually see. I'm going to hold it back here. And you're going to tell me which one, the line that I point to, okay? Including the number over here. Can you see that? Okay, perfect. start. Which one can you see the best? Okay, this one? Okay, perfect. What's that number? Okay, good. I'm going to point and you're going to tell me, okay? Good. 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 Try again. Good. Good. Wait, there we go. Good job. Okay, perfect. Good job. We're gonna go one up, okay? So I'm gonna have you do the line 7. So we're gonna go from this end first. Tell me what that one, do you see? Okay. Okay. This one. What about this one? Okay, good. Okay, good job, yes. I think you can see that one a little better. Okay, so okie dokie. So again with this line, okay? Line 7. I'm gonna have you cover one eye, okay? Cover your right eye. And then we're gonna go with that line 7 again. Can you still see that? Okay, good. Okay. Okay. And then that one. That one. Perfect. Can you tell me this one again? Then what about that one? Good job, good job. Okay, you can uncover your eye. I'm going to have you cover your left eye now. And get on this side of you. So I'm going to have you do that same one. Is that still the same? You're seeing the same? Okay, we can go up one more, if that's better for you. Okay, so we're going to go with 6. I'm going to have you start here. Good. 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 Good job. Perfect. Good job. Alrighty. So, can you actually attempt that line 7 there with that eye? You're not memorizing these, are you? Okay, I'm gonna do that again. Just gonna have you do this one. Good. That one. We're gonna skip over to here. Good. That one. And then that one. Perfect. Good job. Okay. Okay, uncover your eyes. So we're gonna have you rest for a second. And then I'm going to take these 2 markers, okay? I'll give you a second. We're gonna do the same test again, okay? It's like more of like a little depth, but this time with the colors, okay? And you're gonna tell me, because I'm gonna mix them up a little bit. You're having a little trouble with shades like this, okay? So I'm just gonna, and you're gonna, I'm gonna watch your eyes, okay? And you're just gonna focus on this one, alright? Go ahead and start. Okay, good job. No, focus on this one. Don't worry about this one. Okay, good. Get a little closer here. Focus on just this one. Just this one. Yes, good job. Okay, perfect. Good job. Okay, we're going to do the same exercise, but I'm going to put these eye drops in your eyes real quick, okay? It's not gonna cause any crazy side effects, okay? I'm just gonna put them in, and you're going to tell me. We're gonna do the exact same exam, okay? Good, good. The other eye. Perfect, okay? blink that out, blink that out. Okay. Is it tingly a little bit? Yes, perfect, yes. Okay, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to follow this blue marker, okay? I'm just going to watch your eyes. Good job. Perfect, just this blue one. Don't worry about the pink. Okay, good. Now I'm going to have you tell me when this blue one leaves your vision, okay? I'm just going to have this one up. Just going to watch your eyes. Okay, good job. Perfect. Go ahead again. Perfect. Once more. Good job. Once more. Okay, good job. Perfect. All right. Okay, so what I've seen here so far is that you have good vision. Okay, but with your colors, you're able to identify most colors. You're having a little bit of trouble with the very light blues and very light greens. We are going to get you another appointment so that we can identify that better. Give you more of a color analysis, not for your skin. No. But everything else is looking good. You're able to identify objects moving in your peripheral. Your sense of depth is good. Alright. Everything else is looking good. Okey-dokey. So, I'm going to get you another appointment. What days and times are best for you? Okay, perfect. Let me write that down. Alrighty. Wednesday? Yes, perfect. I believe we do have some availability. Alrighty. We will see you next time. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day.